Welcome back to part 2 of the overview of the syllabus this week for your online course. Again, if you are looking at part 2 before part 1, I want you to go back to part 1 because that lets you know from the top to bottom what the syllabus is going to look like, what the next 8 weeks are going to look like. And I did go over briefly the assignments. So we'll go over those thoroughly when the time comes. But again, the purpose of this brief video is to give you a overview, righty? So again, if you're here, you are here for the Intro to SOC 1, fall section number 22140. Allow me to share my screen so we can hop back into everything. All right, so part 2. We went over the purpose and the core of the course. We went over the points. We went over the assignments. But now I want to, and we also went over the fact that you want to make sure you turn these assignments in on time because the semester moves pretty fast. Here's something I want to make sure I leave you with is please do not submit links to third-party documents such as Google Drive or Dropbox. If you're using these, just download your file from Google Drive or however you are formatting your papers, and then just simply upload it to Canvas, especially for your social issues paper. For your observation project and the weekly assignments, I'm going to allow you to just enter those in as a text entry, kind of like if you go to Instagram or Facebook and you just click and you start typing and submit, you'll be able to do that same thing within Canvas. So you don't have to upload a PDF or a JPEG or a Word file. All right, but all of those third party, I did my assignment in Google Drive, but I'm gonna send the professor an invite so I can invite him to grade my paper. In order for you to get your papers graded back, graded in fastly and quickly, definitely just want to type it into the into Canvas or download your document and upload it there. All right. Moving right along, we're going to use the honor system, so please no plagiarism or cheating. I know this is a remote course, so there's a lot that I'm not there to monitor you or micromanage you or anything like that. I trust that everyone just does their own work and gets the most out of the learning experience, honestly. All right. So today's the 25th and overview of the schedule. The assignment days are going to be on Friday before midnight. So for my class, I know you got a lot of things to think about, a lot of things to do. When you think about your Intro to SOC class at Mission College with Professor Harris, one thing you want to remember that assignments are due every Friday and you have until midnight to do that. If I have any announcements or any additional material, I will be posting that on Fridays as well. So everything is on a weekly basis. So just chime in, check in. My advice to you is just check my class every Friday. Make sure you turn in your work every Friday. And that just makes everything easier for you to remember. And so you know when you'll get your stuff graded. All right, so today, Monday, I will not be making announcements on Mondays. This is the only time, but I do want to introduce myself because it's the beginning of the week. And I want to introduce you to the assignments. And I'm recording my video right now for you to see. So what's due this Friday on the 29th? Nothing, but I want you to, this starts your time to read chapters 1 and 3. in Canvas. So you find that in the file section over here, and you'll have a week to read these 3 chapters. And you know the instructions, take out the core point or take out the topic that you want to talk about and apply it to the real world. You can do that in 6 sentences. And then you're going to turn that in next Friday on the 5th. So November 5th, you're turning for weekly discussion number 1, you are turning in what you read last Friday. So chapters 1 through 3, your response to that chapter, your 6 sentences will be due, and that'll be due. I need to see that in weekly discussion number 1. You turn that in. You'll now be responsible for reading chapters 4 and 6. You'll have a week to do that. However you want to break it down, you have a week to do that. But I'll be looking forward to weekly discussion number 2, which has everything to do with chapters 4 and 6. That will be due, and I'll be looking for that in weekly discussion number 2, which is due the following week. Then you'll have new readings to go over. So notice the pattern. Everything you'll turn in a weekly discussion based on your 6 sentences are based on what you read in the previous week. Then you'll have new readings to go over. So again, I'm gonna make sure I make that crystal clear. There's no gray area. There's no ambiguity. There's no, you're not confused. So what did I say? Weekly discussion number 2 is going to consist of? Is it going to consist of chapter 7 through 9? Is that what you put in weekly discussion number 2? Right. No, the answer to that is no. Weekly discussion number 2 has nothing to do with chapters 7 and 9. Weekly discussion number 2 is your response to chapters 4 and 6. That Friday, you'll be now responsible for a new set of information, which is why it states right here, new information, right? So literally it's what's new and then what's due. All right, so, and then in week 3, in weekly discussion number 3, you're gonna pull your 6 sentences are gonna be inspired and guided by what you read from chapters 7 and 9. That's what I need to see in number 3. All right, so we're clear on that. I don't have to keep going all the way down the list. But guess what? I give you a heads up because I don't like things to just kind of creep up on you. So I do give you a heads up to work on your observation and social issues assignment because these are coming up. So I will send you links on how to execute these assignments. So if my brief explanation was a little too brief, no worries. I will send you a link that kind of takes my time on each of those assignments so that you can turn that in. So as you can see, that's the rhythm of this class. You turn it for the weekly discussions. You were giving me what you did the week before. Right, so again, so weekly discussion number 5, that is not, you're not giving me chapters 16 through 17 and how you apply that to your immediate environment and your feedback. That's weekly discussion number 5 is what you saw in 13 through 15. Okay. So you have 5 of these to do, and that is it. The week of 12/10, that Friday, there's no more, no discussion due. But you can talk about your findings and your final assignments if you want. So what I mean by you can talk about your assignments and your final assignments, you can, in your social issues paper, or in your observation paper, you can apply what you learned from chapters 16 and 18. You can turn that in. Why? There's no more weekly assignments due, but there's something else due. There's going to be your observation project. That's going to be due week 7. So notice I don't have projects due the same week weekly discussions are due, because that's just too much. But I do want you to get into the rhythm that every Friday there's going to be something due. This week you also want to finalize your social issues paper, because that's going to be due in the next week. So Friday 12/18 before midnight, that is when the social issues paper is going to be due, and that is when the semester officially ends. All right, make sure if things are moving too fast, you click this link and it gives you the dates, the important dates on when to add or when to drop this class if you feel like things are moving too fast. But I think that you got this. If you have any questions, make sure that you send me a message in the inbox. That is where I can see I can interact with just my students in my courses, right? That means I don't compete with other emails and other vendors trying to sell me books or emails from different departments. It's only me and you. So if you have a question, send it there. Going back up to office hours, because it's not realistic for everyone to just come at this time, because then it'll be like a whole bunch of students and I'm not able to get to everyone. And usually students book those office hours up pretty quick. But what I do tell students is let me know your availability throughout the week. What windows of availability do you have? Send me your full availability and I'll look into my calendar if 5 to 6 is already booked by another student. We can set up another time to talk about your grade, about an assignment, so that I can accommodate various student schedules. All right, so that is the overview for today. If you're viewing this successfully, that means you clicked in the announcements section where you found videos. So this is part 2 to the syllabus overview, as promised, for today, Monday, the 25th, syllabus and assignment introductions. All right, so looking forward to seeing you in the inbox. Looking forward to seeing you, seeing all of your assignments that you turn in. So you make sure that you click the assignments tab right here when you're ready to turn in those weekly assignments. They're due every Friday before midnight. So you have 5 of those. It's gonna go by quickly, and it helps me see that you're following along. And so we're gonna have a good time. Thank you for being here. I'm Dr. Harris, your professor for the Intro to SOC 101 course, section number 2214. Thank you for your time, and I'll see you soon. Bye for now.